Hi, I'm Kalia, and I am 65 years old on my next birthday and have no retirement plan. I'm sure I'm not alone, so follow along if this is something that you can relate to. I don't think any of us really plan to not have a plan in retirement. For me, I always thought things would work out. I've had a series of what we might call bad luck or events, and also a business that I've had online for the last 20 years that has been declining for the past 3 years. It's not something that I can count on any longer for my future. And that takes me back to the drawing board where I have to start over and decide what's next, what's next to provide for myself for my future. There's a lot of things that I'm looking at. I'm really in a process of reinventing myself, and that's why I'm calling this channel My Reinvention Journey, because I am in that process of reinvention, where I am letting go of the identities that kept me stuck in certain ways of being, such as I really identified with being the coach, the counselor, the hypnotherapist, the podcaster, things like that I've really had to release. And it doesn't mean that I'm not doing these things still. It just means that I'm not building my identity around it. I'm looking at finding new methods of income that are residual, that I can find sources of residual income where I can continue to be paid month after month for the work that I put out up front. And so that is something that feels really sustainable for me. And also possibly changing my lifestyle. I am a part-time nomad. I've been traveling in my truck camper at least 4 months out of every year. And I've really loved that part of my journey and want to keep it. And also looking at the possibility of moving off-grid, having off-grid property, and keeping my living expenses lower, because we're in such a time that everything's going up. The insurance is going up, taxes are going up, rents and mortgages are going up. And that's such a huge chunk of our monthly income that I am looking at ways of creating a lower monthly outgo through the possibility of off-grid living. And also there's so much going on in the world, we can't really rely on the systems that are in place right now to support us as we go into the future. For example, there's a lot of people that are being forced to drop their medical insurance right now because they can't afford the premiums. They've gone up so much. And there are people that can't afford housing, that are having to move out of their house and live in vehicles or vans or RVs as an alternate. So where one system is collapsing, new systems and new ways of being are being built. And so part of my plan is to not be rigid in feeling like I have to support a big house or big expenses every month, but I can do two things. I can create a sustainable income and a sustainable lifestyle. So that's really what my reinvention journey is about, is creating a different kind of lifestyle that supports me as I go into my older age, as well as a residual type of income. So I'm looking at affiliate marketing. I've been online for 20 years, and I've done a lot of the work that would be required to be successful at affiliate marketing. And I feel like it's something that I can do, because it's really geared towards people that are looking to break free of some of the old systems and make money online. And although this isn't an easy path, it is a worthwhile path if you are willing to invest the time and the energy up front to create something sustainable for your future. So that is what I am deciding to do, because any other path at this point would require me to trade time for dollars. And with me moving towards my retirement, I want to relax more. I want to have more downtime. I may not be retiring in the regular sense, but I can slow down. And so I'm looking for something that will allow me to slow down. If I keep trading time for dollars, I'm not going to be able to slow down. I'm looking at something that is going to allow me the type of lifestyle that I love. So not only slowing down, but to be able to travel and work from anywhere, which is something I've already been doing for the last 20 years. And it's a lifestyle I love a lot and don't want to give up. When we're in a process of reinvention, it's important to ask, what are we not willing to do and what are we willing to do? What is the lifestyle we would love to have and what don't we want? Because I have seen that part of myself that thinks that I should do something that I don't really want to do because of necessity. And sometimes we do have to do things we don't really want to do out of necessity, but we don't want to create a whole lifestyle out of it. For example, for me to go get a job with an employer would not fit my lifestyle. For one, it would require me, unless it's a remote job, it would require me to stay in one place, and I wouldn't be able to leave in my truck camper and go on my adventures. For two, I would be answering to a boss, and I wouldn't have the time flexibility on most jobs that I have now, where I can be in control of my own time. And it's not that I don't work hard, because I really do work hard, but I also want the ability to have control of my time. So these are things that are really important to me on my reinvention journey, is to create a sustainable residual income and to also help other people create a sustainable residual income. So I have a plan to create my own membership group to help people to do this, even though I'm connecting with a business that is paying affiliate income in exchange for promoting their products, services, and tools, which I really like. It's really important to me to align with a company that has a lot of experience and integrity, so that we don't have to worry when we're building something that the rug's going to be pulled out from underneath us, or that things are going to change, or the income structure is going to change. So I have aligned with a company that I feel good about, but also kind of forming my own sub-company to support people that are looking to reinvent themselves and create a sustainable online income. That way I can continue to use all the skills that I've developed over the last 20 years, coaching and counseling people to become their best selves in a way. Even though I was really in the trauma recovery field, when we're in trauma recovery, we have to still build ourselves, change what we identify with, recreate ourselves in many ways, and oftentimes even go through the death rebirth process, leaving behind who we used to be and becoming something better, a better version of ourselves. So I have a lot of good plans that I'm ready to put into motion. I'm already starting to put them into motion, and I have decided that I'm going to document the journey on this channel. So if you are someone that resonates with this, that would like to follow along on my reinvention journey, please subscribe and join me in the process. I want to really thank you for being here with me, and I am going to be sharing a lot of this journey with you, so stay tuned. We'll see you in the next video.